Good afternoon and welcome to Business Bites. We're here at the Cornwall Channel and we're joined by the wonderful Hannah Danson. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
We've had a fantastic morning working with communication styles, personal branding, personal awareness, really having great discussions with other business owners around the power of communication styles, whether it be visual, whether it be feeling, whether it be speaking and hearing, lots of different angles. It's been really fascinating to hear how businesses assume they communicate or assume that their clients want to communicate. We had a really good discussion around that. And we're now in the podcast studio. Hannah's had her headshot and she's also done a little video with Shane, which you can use on your LinkedIn or you can use on your social media, which is fantastic. So that's a bit of an overview on Business Bites, really. But let's talk to Hannah and find out a bit more about Hannah. Welcome and thank you so much for being here today.
That's fine. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself.
Good. That's so good. Cool. So Hannah Danson of HD Words. I think that it's got this really powerful HD Words. Like, I don't know, It just feels powerful. And
when I was brainstorming the business name, we went through all sorts of different possibilities, and then I came up with HD Words, and I thought HD, that's kind of high definition, and it's my initials. How very convenient. Let's go with that. And weeks later, somebody said, I wonder if she's realised it's high definition as well. I was like, yes, I did. I really did.
Yeah, but it's got an air. HD has got an air of, for me, and we're all very different. And as we were speaking this morning about how we communicate differently, see things differently, but HD for me just feels crisp, and it's probably back to that high definition. But wonderful that it's also your initials as well. So HD Words. So many of our viewers will then start to have an awareness or an assumption, let's say, of what that might be and what you do. But let's not leave them to assume. So what is it that you do, Hannah? I'm
a copywriter. I also do editing and proofreading. So that's words, whether I've written them or whether you've written them, from everything from websites down to podcasts to product descriptions.
Fantastic.
Websites to product descriptions. That's, as long as you like or as short as you like.
Fantastic. And you work with multitude of different businesses, I assume.
I've done work with lots of small businesses, lots of people from the voluntary sector, some larger businesses where they've run out of capacity in their comms team, or businesses where they've written the report in-house and they want somebody that's external to have a look at it and proofread it, make sure that there's no mistakes that would slip by because they've written it, they know what it ought to say. That's the kind of thing that I can do for a larger business. Fantastic. So it isn't just little businesses.
Wow. And what we all in the business world, we talk about the ideal client, the ideal avatar, the niche, the person you really loved working with, which sometimes for businesses can be a bit challenging, because most business owners want to help everyone, but unfortunately when we help everyone we tend to help nobody, because we need that message to be a bit clearer. Who do you love working with?
I like working with small businesses. Small businesses, I can relate to them because I am a small business, so where I get where they're coming from, and I can, because I am very, very small. I operate out of a cupboard in my bedroom. It's that small.
Wow.
My overheads are very small, so a small business matches with my costs. I can be flexible with how much I charge and how regularly I charge. So, for instance, if I'm writing a website for a small business, we can say, okay, phase 1, we'll do the homepage, we'll do the About Me page, and we'll do a services page. We'll come back later, 3 months' time maybe, and do an FAQs page, and then maybe in a year's time when you're a bit more flush, we can start writing a regular blog for you.
Fantastic. So you can stage it.
I can stage it.
Fantastic.
I can work it out how you need it to be, or I can write the product descriptions for your top 10 biggest selling products that are really key to get out there that you're going to be wanting to churn through a lot of, and then maybe you can write the others following the example that we've set for the lesser products, or the more niche products perhaps.
So it sounds like you're really invested in helping them grow, and then, because undoubtedly then as they grow and they grow with you to then work with you more, it becomes a really good partnership that you're working through.
There are businesses I've worked with for several years that I've helped grow from quite small.
Fantastic. And they can grow with you. And I think quite often when businesses are thinking about getting their message out there or starting a website, if that's not your business and your passion is something completely different, it can be quite challenging for a business owner to go, well, where do I start?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if I can't start, I won't start. And then there's an avoidance.
I often say to businesses, you went into business to do your thing. What it is that you do well, that's your business. You didn't go into your business to write about it. I did.
Yeah.
I went into business to write about your thing. And often if it takes you all afternoon to write a blog, and it's a blood, sweat and tears job, would it not be a better use of your time? Like that's like 10% of your week to write a blog. Would it be a better use of your time to pay me for an hour and I'll write it? And then you can have that whole afternoon back to do something else.
Yeah.
That's actually what you're really good at.
Yeah. And I think the other piece there that comes up for me is that we are all capable of so many things. Yet, as you said, if you were to spend a whole day, so first of all, we've got the whole day, then we've got a loss of revenue for the things that we want to be doing, that we can do. But also, I think it goes a bit further that all of that day churning this through, blood, sweat and tears, it can be really damaging to your confidence, to your level of awareness.
Yeah.
And then how are you flowing to really do other things? So to work with somebody where your strength is writing
about it,
and my strength is being me and doing what I do, what a great partnership for an abundant business to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fantastic. And how long have you been in business? Hannah?
7 years, coming up 8 years.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. And how do you find networking? So we've met a few times now at Your Partnership Networking. And how do you find those events?
Really good. Really enjoy it. When I first started my business, my mental image of what I would be doing would be like a Victorian writer in a garret, tucked away in my little office, writing away by myself. And it really, really hasn't been like that. The networking that I've done, the friends I've made through networking, never mind the business connections, but the friendships I've made, and the people that I talk to and the fun that I've had doing it have been keeping me sane. And the business that I've picked up through networking has been fabulous. I've met some wonderful businesses, and there have been people who haven't necessarily needed my services themselves, but they've been able to refer me to somebody. So that's been great. I've really enjoyed the networking.
That's fantastic. And what made you decide to come on to Business Bites today?
Partly because Brock told me to.
I love that. Brock, thank you.
He said it would be really good, and he would like. I suggested that I wrote a blog about it as well, because I write the blogs for Your Partnerships. I'll be interviewing you later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I write blogs for Your Partnerships, so we thought this would be a really good opportunity to get a blog out there about what today has been about.
Yeah.
But for me, I knew I needed some new headshots, and that was partly it. And I knew I probably could do with a video, because I hate being videoed and I haven't had very many good videos done, although we've tried. So I thought it'd probably be worth doing that. And I was completely surprised by how much fun I had this morning and how useful and beneficial that was. I was not sure what to expect. And it's been really good and really helpful. And learning how I communicate and how I can watch what my customers are communicating back to me and learn how to adapt what I'm saying to fit them better, to make them click. That's been really helpful. I can definitely take that away.
Oh, fantastic. That's so good. Oh, it's such a pleasure. And how wonderful that Hannah's joined us today to write a blog about the day, but also then has decided to be part of the day. Yeah. And Hannah, like others that we've joined us today, have also been a little bit nervous about doing a couple of bits and pieces, but full praise to every single one of them for stepping out of their comfort zone slightly, because they're all very passionate about what they do. And quite frankly, if you're really passionate and nobody knows about you, nobody knows about you. Yeah. So to be able to get a great image out there, to be able to get a video, to be able to share what you do on a podcast, and also meet the other business owners that just didn't know about each other today, I think is so, so powerful. Because as you said there, it's not necessarily all about the need for the moment, but as soon as you have that connection on who the person really is, very quickly when you're in other circles and other situations, you're already thinking, you need to speak to such and such, and you make that connection, which I think is so very powerful. And that's how the great the businesses within Cornwall certainly all support each other to widen that growth. Everyone is moving together in helping others. And the consensus that I've had over the last 2 Business Bites days so far is that many just want to help others, and they want to also share their passion and create an impact for other businesses, which is just fantastic, isn't it? So thank you so much for joining us today.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to the blog.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being interviewed a little bit.
Be on the other side of the table.
Yeah, indeed. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's
Yeah.
been a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise.
Thank you.